Okay, folks, here we are. It is the Annealer Reveal. We're back. It's been 2 weeks and a little more since I've done one of these. Joey was holding it down. And did you do both of them, Joey? Or did Michelle do the second one? Just one? Michelle did the second one? Very nice. So a little bit of switcheroo on the Annealer Reveal for you guys. And I'm back here now for a little bit of recap from our Tuesday show 213 Gathering Point special. That's just, there was nothing extra special about it except for it was an amazing show. Actually, it was the Goblet show, first show of every month on Tuesdays. Turned out amazing. As you can see, bunch of stemware all up on the table here. Everything sold / accounted for. This was the giveaway from last week. I just wanted to show off one more time. And then this is the giveaway for this coming week, which I'll talk about how to enter to win that when we get around to it. We all made a piece on the show, and we had a giveaway as well. We got 5 pieces done on a 2-hour show, which is pretty darn good, especially when it comes to goblets. But as we're teaching you guys and as you guys are learning, goblets are a speedy and efficient process, but the timing is super important. So although they're quick, if you do 1 second, 2 seconds, the wrong direction, it totally messes with the situation. So everything turned out amazing. It started off with Chris's warmer-up where we had you guys guessing what it was going to be. And this is actually recycled glass, and look at how light and transparent this recycle is. This just turned out really tasty. It's crackly. It kind of looks like frozen ice right up on there with the blue lip wrap and the blue stem action. Pretty ridiculous. Blueberry daiquiris, that's Joey's favorite drink. He knows how to make those real well. But just a real clean stem here, classic. You can hold it real tight and cozy. And the blue is a beautiful blue, the cerulean blue. I don't think anybody in the shop has read the label on it and knows how to pronounce it correctly. I could be pronouncing it correctly, so maybe incorrectly. So maybe we want to check up on that at some point. But look at the stamp on the side there. Beautiful stem. We had some conversation about where the stamp goes on the piece and whatnot. It really just depends, and that's the beauty of custom orders as well. You get a custom order and you decide where you want to put the stamp. That was the beauty right there. That was the warmer-upper. It's sold nice and smooth on the bottom. That one went to Wendy McInnes. She's got a couple more pieces coming up on this show that I'll explain that are going to end up in her household and or gifted to a family friend of hers that I know they trade glass back and forth. But just a really nice piece there to warm things up. And that was on the simpler side when it comes to the difficulty of the stemware. It was one long stem. It's on the thicker side a little bit, but we went for kind of the margarita shape because it's Cinco de Mayo in a couple days. And actually, if you're watching this, it's Thursday and Cinco de Mayo is tomorrow. The next piece we did was mine. It was my turn to go first, I suppose. We spun the wheel. Maybe, I don't know if we can get a zoom of the wheel over there, but you guys saw it on Tuesday's show. Chris erased all the challenges from the show, and for the Goblet show, he put up about 13, 14 different prompts for your goblet that you had to make. And we'd spin the wheel, you'd get your prompt, you'd draw it on the floor, and then you'd create the piece. So mine was first, and I believe it was geometric and transparent. And so here's what I went with. Something completely out of the box and different. I've never done something like this. Per Joey's amazing idea, we pulled out the kind of grenade corn cob American pineapple mold. So it's got rectangles on it, and you can see the geometricity of this piece is pretty out of control, folks. Kind of disco ball style and beautiful transparent green, kind of in that margarita green. This was a cool accent piece, little gold wrap there to tie it in and put a little extra strength. I didn't want to do avolios like we have on most of our goblets because they're not quite geometric to me. Those were smooth, spindle-like looking, elegant pieces. And so I just went with that square stem, stuck it onto here, and that's usually a pretty delicate connection. So I added that on top of there to really solidify it. And then this one we put on this pillow-looking square geometric base, which has never been done before by me at least. We left it extra thick in the middle there, so when we squish that down, it's got a really nice connection. It's a really cool piece. Something I would have never done before if not having been prompted through Chris's Goblet Show prompting system. But that one sold to Wendy McInnes as well, and that's just a beauty. It's just cool. It's different. I mean, that's what the shows are for. That's what we hope they push us to be, is a little bit different. Same with the experimental shows coming up over here. It's just about pushing us past our limits a little bit, thinking up something creative and new. And I know you guys like to see that too. So I'll catch you later, Matt. Next was Joey's piece, Chris's piece. I think it was Chris's piece next, yep. Look at this. Just look at it. Just look at it, folks. It's just a tiny little cup. No, that's a honker right there. Beautiful piece, beautiful handles, beautiful blue and gold, nice and simple. And Chris, what were your prompts again? Tall and thin? It's pretty darn thin. This thing's light. The footing tool foot, or the folded bubble goblet foot, is super light and super tasty. And it's just a beautiful pour. This almost could be, he was saying it's a Pilsner, but this could almost go into Joey's prompt area, which was a champagne flute. And it's got that nice tall shape to it. I'm pretty thirsty at this moment, so I was hoping it was filled with something, but it's not. But just a beauty. Knocking it off was a scary situation there when it was so thin and tall like this, and that connection on the bottom came off perfect, and he actually felt he had enough time to torch the bottom of it, which he did.
No, I did not.
Huh?
I did not.
Torch the bottom of it? What?
I did. We got the stamp on there, right?
Yeah.
And then we're going to sign it too?
Yeah, that's right. I haven't signed anything yet, folks. It's been a busy day, but we'll get around to that. Take it easy, Joey. I'll catch you in the morning. But pretty much just gorgeous. That's all it is. That's all it is, folks. Another beauty from Chris, and just another show in general where we haven't broken anything on the show, which is a tremendous feat every time that happens on the Goblet Show. It's really incredible, and the fact that we're streaming too and talking to you guys, and 3 people are kind of blowing glass together, bouncing around. It's a really, it's something that a lot of people wouldn't want to get into as glass blowers. So it's pretty cool that we do it. It's a nice challenge. That's what it is for us. We don't do it to be easy or to make something easy for us. We love the challenge, and that's what keeps us coming. So that turned out amazing. The giveaway was super clean. Honestly, one of the cleaner pieces I've made in symmetry, in the thinness of the foot, in the shape, the elegance of the Evolio, and I've never really done this backwards fade. So this is for whiskey or any type of liquor. I mean, honestly, a gin and tonic in here would be really tasty, but clear bottom here so you could see the color of the whiskey, and I thought these darker kind of maroons and oranges would tie in nice with the whiskey. But you give it one of these holds, you do one of these, and you can kind of smell the whiskey as it's coming down or before you put it down. But the foot's just beautiful. Stamps on the bottom. We're gonna sign it right here, show 213, and those colors look amazing. Stained glass special. It's just crisp and clean and classic, and it's really cool actually. I noticed this too. I have a bunch of Evolios. Maybe that's what I should do for the experimental show here soon. Start working on my Evolio piece I wanted to do, but I made a bunch of individual solo Evolios like this so I could put them on a wall. Originally I was going to put them on a metal piece, but when you look down into the Evolio, you got the flat top, and then it goes down, and then other flat top here. The optics of seeing that flatness and then seeing where the stem actually is in a transparent glass totally changes the visual, and it's just super cool. Kind of looks like a little raindrop or a water drop in there. But that's going to be the giveaway for next week. If you guys haven't entered, we had a lot of entries last week. It was our big show, but you send your answer to enews@glassacademy.com. The question for this past week, for Tuesday, since it was the Goblet Show, was if you had any wineries in your area and what do they specialize in? So that's just a simple, cool question. You send that to that email, enters you to win. This was the giveaway we gave away on Tuesday. This is what you're entering to win this coming week. And we do that on the show, and you'll find the winner then. that's pretty much it, folks. This one, oh, Joey's piece? What the heck? You're right. Totally skipped over it because, yeah, Joey was after Chris. Okay. So Joey got champagne flute. And that's pretty much exactly what this is. He did a really nice move. Originally, I thought he pulled it off of the glass, but he did add a little bit of clear here. And it's made this really nice taper down and a flare out, not a full of oleo. Put the gazing sphere on here, and then put the beautiful, really got a nice folded lip on this foot. He did a really great job wrangling that thing. Super clean. It's just super clean. I think the proportions are right. He said it was going to be a little big on the foot, but I think for the height of the glass, the proportions are pretty correct. He also has 2 blues up in here. He put an extra blue in the crack, so it's blue chrome. It's got some iridescence to it, but it also has a beautiful transparent darker blue in there as well. And this one was sold to Wendy McInnes as well, so I don't know if she's going to be drinking champagne on any of these or using any of them. I know she's got an incredible collection at this point of Chris's goblets, and I believe she's got a couple Joey's in there as well. Now she's got one of mine outside of the box, but we saw that picture on the Glass Academy Addicts Facebook page, I think a couple weeks ago before I left for my trip. Super cool to see. Super cool to see the collections coming along. After every show, I go over and look at the orders and see who got what and see, because you remember a lot of pieces, obviously your favorite ones, but you remember the style you were in for a couple months and the pieces you were making. So to know where they're going, to which home, and kind of see who's on the collecting kick at the moment is really cool. And Wendy's really putting together a really nice collection, and it's just a beautiful thing, folks. But that, I think, really is it right there. We're going to start streaming our experimental shows here. We got a couple really cool ideas, both Michelle and I. VIPs, we appreciate you. We're going to be releasing some new products here soon. We're shooting for May 16th, so the snakes are coming up here, and a couple other cactus styles, things for the website. We'll keep you updated. As many of you know, if you're a VIP member, if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you will get first access to, particularly the snakes is the next big product reveal we're doing. And so we've been making those continually for the past few months, have some really great ideas and some new colors and sweet things going on. You'll have first pick of those when they're released, and then they go live to the general public. We're probably going to do pre-sales for those as well later, Oliver. And it's just going to be nice. And trust me, you guys have seen on the experimental show, you've seen from the live show to the experimental show to many other points of me doing VIP videos in depth of where they're coming along and how they were going, and it's a long process. We've probably been designing them for 2 years now, but we simplified them. The color patterns are the key component. The shape is figured out and looks really nice, and I think you guys are going to love them. So stay tuned for that. Holler at us if you got questions. Happy to be back here and get things organized. Got a couple of custom orders to call in for upcoming shows here, and we got a lot going on. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you guys very much. We're going to see you Sunday morning for the experimental show, and then Tuesday again, we're live for show 214. All right.